Hey and welcome to this video. My name is Nina and in today's video we are going to be doing the last speed build on this island, which is going to be my Able sisters. And yeah, we're starting off standing in front of the sunken castle because I thought it would be a great view to start the last decorating session that we're going to be doing together in a video format. So yeah, I'm very excited. So let me walk over to the area that we will be working in today. As you can see, we are by the castle lookout and we are passing this little picnic, and as we walk down this incline you can already see my Able sisters in the background. So I decided to place the Able sister shop kind of in a transition area between my other transition area. Basically my whole island is a transition area forest, to be honest. So yeah, but let's just hop right into it and I will explain what I'm doing while I'm doing it. So this speed build is going to be mainly decorating. It will be not as much tree planting and there will be no terraforming, or almost not terraforming, and you will see later because I already had all of the surrounding areas done. So I only had to figure out how to incorporate this little shop into my island and the flow of it, which was, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of difficult because the whole aesthetics of the shop and the color scheme are very different to like the rest of my island and how I chose to decorate it, and the color scheme was very different. So it was super hard to incorporate it kind of in the middle of my island, because to the left side we have my transition area and to the right side we have the more villager areas, which yeah, it was kind of difficult. So I just decided to use the white brick version of the brick well, which I thought was kind of cute, and it had the red in it, which the Able Sister shop to me is kind of a coral tone. So it's between pink, red and orange. It's over here! It's kind of difficult for me, honestly. It has kind of this dark peachy color, but it's also red, so it was very confusing. And the color palette, as I said, was just not working for this island, so I just tried to make the best out of it. And I did decorate Fang's yard in a similar color scheme, so I used orange and I combined it with blue, purple and pink. I don't know how I made that color scheme work, but it worked for some reason. So I thought I would kind of take the knowledge that I had from that into this build and try to merge the color schemes together, because obviously this is not a clear orange color, like the shop is more on the red side and there's also some green in it. So I didn't want to put in the blue as well. So I decided to go with a purple, orange, white color scheme. And I did toy around with some green elements, which will be completely cut out. So they will be exchanged for others during the build. You will see that later. And I'm also incorporating some pinks, just because I had some pink to the left and I had some pink to the right that you could kind of see as you were walking through past by Able sisters. As you can see up on the cliff, I have some pink flowers, some green, some purple. So I kind of tried to toy around with that to just make everything merge together. I know that it does not really work with my island, but it was the best I could do. And I also didn't just want to use my usual color scheme and just have Able sisters just happen to be there, you know. It just felt kind of weird. So yeah, without that, let me stop to babble and actually explain what I'm doing. So to the left side, I decided to do this little brick well setup just because I didn't really know what to do there. And I also had a little, which will be a surprise for the final tour, but there is a little bit of a sculpture garden going on there. Not really, but you will see in the end, like in the final tour, not in the end. But I thought the white brick went very well with that, and it also had the red in it, as I already said. And to the right side, I just decided to go with some fabric items, if that makes sense. So I used the kimono stand and some zen cushions, a zen cushion stack, a cushion. I also included the, what is it called? The sewing kit? No, the sewing box? No, I think it's the sewing kit, right? I don't know. The brown box that's meant to hold all your equipment for sewing. That thing, I also used that. And I did use the wedding welcome board and customized it so that the flower bouquet that you can see on the ground on the right side of Able sisters, I used that on the wedding board so that you can't read what it actually says, because I think it says something like wedding related, and I obviously didn't want that. And I also didn't want to download a sign for Able Sisters because the wedding board kind of stretches it vertically, so it just looks very stretched, and I didn't like that. So I decided to go with this one just to make it look kind of overgrown and just cutesy, whimsical, I don't know. And then I honestly just did a bunch of micro areas around it. So I did this little stool setup with the tissue / knickers. Which I will not go into detail about anymore. And the little ballet slippers to again tie in the pink a little bit. And then to the right I also used the pink moccasins, which will not be there in the end. In the end there will be something else, because I will put the pink moccasins up on the cliff to the left to just tie everything together and use some fashion items, some clothing items also on the cliffs, because I think I said that in a bunch of my videos. I do like to incorporate different elements from the areas that I'm trying to merge together in my transition areas to just make everything feel more cohesive and flow together nicely. So yeah, that's what I tried to do. And then I just did a bunch of flower planting, and I also tried to incorporate some pumpkins, because I'm using pumpkins everywhere to decorate, because I love that they are something else than just flowers or weeds, but you can still walk through them, and depending on what color scheme you're going for, you can also decide which type of pumpkin you want to use, which I really like. So yeah, that's what I tried to do there. And as you can see, I also used the green mum, which will not be there in the end, as I already said, but I don't know, maybe I could have left it there because there's also some green in the shop, but I don't know, it just felt too much. And there also were no green mums to the left side of it. To the left I have more of a yellow, blue, pink, purple color scheme going on, so more on the cooler side, not really, but more on the cooler side. And to the right side I have like a green, yellow, purple, pink color scheme going on, so basically just green instead of blue. But yeah, I just always need to explain everything in the most difficult way. Yeah, and now I am trying to tie in the pinks and bringing that over to the left side of the bill. And then I will actually pull up my terraforming tool to grab the little classic picture, because I couldn't get up on the cliff otherwise. And I tried to do the pink sewing machine, but it just didn't work. It was too tall and too bulky. So I grabbed the moccasins, also picked up the kimono scent, which we all love. We love when we pick up items that we don't mean to, and we also love that when we try to put them down again, they turn the wrong way around. We just love that. That's amazing. So yeah, I just popped the little pink moccasins up on there to add a fashion item and also the pink, so that again everything is tied together. And then I was trying to think of what to put on this little Zen cushion. Honestly, it was kind of difficult. I then kind of strayed away from that because I tend to really get distracted, and yeah. Oh my goodness, my voice was just completely gone there. And I really wanted to incorporate the wide brim straw hat somewhere on my island, but it just didn't look right to me on this Zen cushion, so I just switched out the pink ballet slippers with the white socks, and I also popped down this pink sewing machine to the left side where the stool is, just to again bring in the different colors in multiple ways, like in flowers and items, clothing items, etc. And that's what I did. You will also see me walking through this area a bunch of times, just because it is kind of placed in a transition area, if that makes sense. So you will basically just walk past it. There's no like way where you can go to it and then just turn around and like make a U-turn and leave again. It's in a transition area, so you will have to walk past it to get to the lookout and to Fengxia, to Aurora, etc. So I just wanted to make sure that everything felt like it was flowing together okay, because I know that the color scheme is very off, but we will just close our eyes while we walk past this shop, even though I do think that it did turn out quite cute. I have to admit that. I really like how it looks. It just looks very it gives me like small village whimsical vibes in the end. You will see what, I hope you will see what I mean. And I also love how the little river runs in front of it. It just looks very cute, and I don't know, I just imagine people like strolling through a little village or forest, and then you will come across this little shop, maybe have a cup of coffee with Mabel and Sable. I don't know. It was just very cute to me. And then while I was babbling on, I also incorporated a little small mush platform, because again, I do use a bunch of mush items and I try to tie everything together. I don't know how many times I've already said that in all of my builds and this build. It's honestly, it's ridiculous. I have no vocabulary. Anyways. Yeah, I did tie that in and used the pink customization again because we like a cohesive color scheme. Also, touching on the whole subject of cohesive color schemes, I have to admit, I did say when I started this island that I wanted to be a bit more open about my color scheme and give me the creative freedom to experiment with color a bit more, not be too restrictive, and only use white, orange, and yellow like I did for my last island. I know I did also include some reds there, but that was still like a kind of similar color family, color group, if that makes sense. But for this island, I really went all out and I did toy around with a bunch of colors, and it is very colorful as you walk through. But I tried to still have everything look like it could exist in a similar environment, if that makes sense. And I have to admit, I really like this island and I love what I did with it, and I really enjoyed toying around with color. But to finish my thought, I am really looking forward to having a clear color scheme with just a bunch of set colors that I decide on either in the process or right from the get-go. But I think it just makes an island feel more tied together and cohesive, and that's just what I personally prefer. Even in real life, I do like to have everything cohesive and look very polished and finished. So I am really looking forward to that. And oh my goodness, I am so excited for the new island theme. You cannot, oh my god, I hope you will love it as much as I do. But I did have a theme in mind before I actually figured out what I wanted to do now. So I thought that I was going in a similar direction that I am going to be doing now, but I'm not going to reveal it now, which is, it's so pointless that I'm talking about it without actually saying anything. It will be so good, and I'm so excited for the color palette. But yeah, good god, I'm so excited. Just keep your eyes peeled for that. The tour is right around the corner. There's only one more thing that we need to do, which is the beaches and just a couple more cliff areas, which we might be doing this Thursday together. Maybe in a live stream, maybe at 5 p.m. CST. You might want to check out my channel for that, because there might be a live stream. And there might also be a face reveal, but I'm not sure about that. We will see what happens. But yeah, I'm very excited, and then we only need to do the final tour and we can start the island, and I am so excited. Anyways, I am now finished with this build and also with this island practically. I'm going to leave you now with a montage of the finished product. If you enjoyed this video, I would very much appreciate it if you like and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. And yeah, take care of yourself until next time, and bye bye.